16 days spent. Nothing, kid, the other men asked daily of P. The newest among the 6 that shared the main room. The landlord had the bedroom, which was air-conditioned, and standing at the door, P could feel the cool air grazing his toes. He had never seen the room, but in 2 weeks had come to know the life of its sounds, the frequent ding of the microwave and enduring patter of a TV, which during the day ran Chinese soaps, and at night, porn that kept the other men awake with longing. He updates the video monthly, one boarder had told P, but this month it's a squealer. P could hear it wasn't Thai. French, the man said. He likes the Farang women. He hands-cupped imaginary breasts. Bigger, you know. For 2 weeks, P had listened nightly to the same movie, counting down the VHS's 2-hour capacity. And when he couldn't bear another performance, he forced himself outside. Which is how he found himself on night 16, hovering by a flower market, drawn there by its fluorescent sting, by the ant line of the labourers, shuttling huge cane baskets. There was a buyer too, marked by his good shoes. The way he skirted puddles, P looked for a foreman. He was looking for work. The market was busiest after sundown, without the daytime heat on those neat flowers in foam boxes, petals spritzed, glistening like first-world candy. Not the thorny, twisted sentinels of the upcountry temple where P was fostered. Here was something imported from a lush planet. China, a labourer told him. He said the blue anchan and white jasmine buds were local, but the roses and orchids came from abroad. P said he needed work, anything. The man gestured. That's the boss in the blue. Soon after, P began a hard night lugging flowers by the kilo and basket from truck bed to stalls, bearing supplies for the wreath makers, 2 lines of women with pincers for fingers threading jasmine buds onto long needles. When he finished that, the foreman had him packing ice. He was the only worker without a cart to trundle the weight, so P managed on his back alone. At the end of the night, P stood at attention before the boss, heels together. He wanted to look tidy, fresh, but his hands were blue from the ice boxes, left shoulder soaked where it had borne the ice axe. The man counted out P's pay twice, rubbed each bill between his fingers and splayed them on the table. P picked up the bills and made a show of looking around the room. How much are you paying these men? He asked, gesturing. Don't worry, boy, you're all paid the same. P divided his money and laid half of it back on the table. Yeah, well, I'll work twice as hard as them for half the pay if you hire me full-time. How old are you? 20. P lied. He could barely pass for the 18 he actually was, but the man gave him the work anyway. On his way out of the warehouse, P saluted the labourer who had first ushered him in. Then he tucked a vine of bougainvillea under his shirt for Nam. Only by the time he got them to her, the papery flowers had turned to pulp in his palms. She liked them, she assured him. Let's have breakfast at the store you like, he said. My treat. The sun had risen by now, but the city buildings wreathed in smog eclipsed the show. He paid extra for 1 egg each to stir into the murk of their porridge. Flowers like you never seen before, he told Nam. The expensive ones they keep in refrigerators, like food. She twined the bougainvillea in her fingers and picked at her porridge. P shook white pepper into his, then vinegar and soy sauce. He offered her the condiments. No? You want it plain like that? She wasn't hungry. But eat the egg at least. He didn't want to remind her of the price of food. 3